Good morning. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Hey, Russ McCann coming to you live. This is a terrific day. Thanksgiving Day is always kind of special. I remember the kids getting up early to watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade, and it just brings back all sorts of memories of, when my parents were alive and all the things that we were doing on Thanksgiving Day, all centered around family and fun and football and that great tasting food. And I am so happy and thrilled that you are with me. So this is kind of the early edition of Russ McCann Live. I've been doing a 30-day live every day for 30 days. Today is day number 24. And wow, man, the time just flies. When I started this, I knew that I'd be going live and was going to be, doing some things online and in Facebook and over on YouTube that had not been done, at least by me before. And hopefully you've been enjoying this 30-day run. We are day number 24. I have, I guess, 6 more days, right? And technically, I have to do an extra live on the 1st of December because I skipped a day. Shame on me, right? I slept in. It was, I can tell you the day I skipped. It was Sunday the 13th. Not Friday the 13th, but Sunday the 13th. So I'm going to do an extra live so that I can say, man, I completed 30 full days. I suppose I didn't say 30 days live in a row. I just said 30 days. So good morning. Just kind of waking up a little bit. I've had my shower. I'm all dressed. I've got some meal prep to do this morning. And so I thought I'd come to you early this morning. It is an amazing Thanksgiving Day. And you know what? A couple of years ago, I guess in 2020, Thanksgiving was a little different. We were right in the middle of COVID, and it changed the world, did it not? And, many families have lost loved ones over the COVID, couple of years until the vaccine came out and people started getting some immunity and fully vaccinated. And I think, here's what it was for me. I wanted to see my grandkids and I wanted to see my kids. And I wanted to live. I wanted to, be around. And, at that point, we didn't quite know what COVID was. Now it seems to be pretty manageable. I would just say, enjoy the family today. Enjoy being together. Because if you haven't been together with some of your relatives in a while because of COVID, this is your day. So this is a great day to be together. As I mentioned, this is the early edition of Russ McCann Live, because I've still got that frog in my throat. I can't get rid of that for some reason. So if you're with me, drop in some comments. Drop in some comments, maybe something that you're grateful for. On the slide, I thought I would do, what you're thankful, grateful, and blessed for. And I just have to say, I'm so thankful for, my life and my wife. Denise is such a big part of my life. We met about 13 years ago, maybe 14 years ago, in the month of November. We met on November 29th, 2009 or 2010. I can't remember. I think it's 2009. But what's amazing about that is from the very moment we met. We met at a restaurant over in Walnut Creek, California called Vada V. I'm going to give you a big plug. It's a great restaurant. And we got there, I think, at around 6:30, and we were still there at 11 o'clock at night. We closed the restaurant. All the chairs were going up on the table except for our romantic table, and that was our very first meeting. And I'm so blessed that we had an opportunity to come together at this point in life. I'm 64. Denise is 62, I think, 61 or 62. 62. No, she is 62. I got to get that right? So anyway, just super blessed. Denise has been a big part of my life. She's brought lots of joy and laughter and stability. And just, if you have not yet had a chance to meet my wife, I would just encourage you to do everything you can to meet her. She's an amazing woman, great character, God-loving woman. She loves her kids and grandkids. She'll do anything for you. But she, also believes in personal responsibility. So she's amazing. and she's really fun to hang out with. And I'm looking forward to hanging out with her today. So good morning, everyone. This is Thanksgiving morning, and this is day number 24 of the 30 Days Live with Russ, and super excited. We've been doing this in 2 platforms. We've been doing this on my Facebook timeline, and I'm going to go over and make sure that we are broadcasting live. Yep, we are. We're live over on Facebook in my timeline and on YouTube. So we created a YouTube channel kind of for this, and that's starting to expand a little bit. You can find us, I guess, right there in the little teal colored box. Go to youtube.com/@, Russ McCann, no spaces, and you're going to find our YouTube channel. You can subscribe so that anytime we go live, anytime we have things going on, anytime we post a new health tip or some content that we think has value to you, you'll get notified. So I would just encourage you, if you have not joined our YouTube community, we are small, but we are mighty, and you're going to find a playlist. There's a couple of playlists in there that are really fun to look at. So if you go to YouTube, to our YouTube channel, and go to the playlist, you're going to find a playlist where all 23 of the previous 30 Days Live with Russ are there. There's one in particular Denise and I did. It's a little long, about 50 minutes. We just started having a lot of fun together. As I was mentioning, we do that, and once we're live, we started having lots of great conversations, so check that one out. There's also a playlist. We have, I think, 25 or 26 episodes of the Habits of Health transformational webinars that we provide for our clients on Monday nights. And there's a whole series there, 30 minutes long. Each week breaks down a different tip, a different component out of the materials we coach our clients through. Find that very, very valuable and interesting, especially when you're focused on health. And then there's also a playlist of 3 really powerful interviews that we've done with some of our clients and coaches. For most of you that are with me, I've been a certified health coach now for over 15 years. Started back in 2007 when health coaching wasn't really a thing. I think I was one of the 1,600 health coaches at the time, and now there's literally hundreds of thousands of health coaches. So we feel honored and blessed that we get to be a part of the health transformation of others. But I'll tell you a little secret, and then I want to go on with my topics. Thanksgiving Day is that this decision to become a health coach has totally changed my life and brought so many people into my life. I think we've helped over 30,000 people get healthy. We have an amazing organization of coaches around the country. We actually have coaches over in Singapore, and helping other people discover what's possible for their life and actually can be predictable if they follow our system. Forget about the weight loss, forget about that aspect of it, but just about meaning and purpose and personal development and growth and learning how to manage stress and not let the stress take you in a place or just take you out of yourself and you go out of your mind, and then either next thing you know, you're eating or drinking your way into oblivion, or you're overreacting to a situation that probably didn't need that reaction. And so we teach our clients and coaches how to become the dominant force in their life. And so we're so honored and blessed to be able to do that. So happy Thanksgiving, everyone. This is the 30 Days Live with Russ, day number 24, the 24th of November. If you're with me live, feel free to drop in some comments. This is an interactive platform. I can't hear you, but I can see your comments and your thumbs up and hearts and things like that. So whether you're watching this in replay or whether you're watching this live, please interact with us. I respond to every comment. I read them. I interact with them. So please feel free to join me. Now, today is Thanksgiving, right? So I think I've been talking kind of about what does the traditional meal look like on Thanksgiving. And I think for the most part, the traditional meal is, or certainly the main attraction on the plate is turkey, right? Yeah, so I'd love it if you aren't doing turkey today and you're doing something different as your main source of protein. I'd love to know that. Are you doing, pork roast? Are you doing ham? I know ham typically tends to be Easter, and then I know at our house we do a prime rib for Christmas, and so that's always kind of been our tradition. And turkey's kind of the thing, and so I just wanted to kind of check in on the turkey this morning to make sure things were going okay. So let's see. Let's check. Oh, there. Oh, wow. We are behind schedule. this morning. So this is Turkey, and man, he's kind of hanging out there. I think, I don't know, something bad might happen. So anyway, so you can tell we're not quite ready yet. Ooh, man. So just to let you know, we are going to have smoked turkey, but I wanted to keep an eye on the turkey. We'll come back and check in on him here in a minute, but so I'd love to kind of know what your favorite protein dish is. Ours is going to be turkey. So I know many of you are going, oh, Russ, that just wasn't cool. I'm not going to be able to eat turkey now because you brought it back to something a little bit more human, right? So it's like, oh, all the carnivores are going, yeah, give me that turkey leg, So anyway, I just thought I'd have a little bit of fun this morning. We'll check in on Tom a little bit later. As I shared yesterday, kind of the activity around the McCann house yesterday was to make kind of a family recipe called an Armenian yeast roll. And so an Armenian yeast roll, so the recipe came from an Armenian woman that lived across from Denise's parents' house, and they learned how to make these Armenian yeast rolls. And that's what the family calls them. I did a little bit of research yesterday, and I realized that they are kind of an Armenian, Persian, or Iranian dish called gata, G-A-T-A. So if you're Googling it, you probably won't find Armenian yeast rolls. But if you go and you search gata, G-A-T-A, or I think the other pronunciation is Nanook, N-A-N-O-O-K. So you might find it there. So there's a couple of different, depending on what part of the world you're from, right? So anyway, just we had some fun making it. So Denise called me downstairs right as I was getting ready to go live yesterday and said, hey, will you help me with the dough? I spent 23 years in the pizza business. I've had my hands in dough for a long time. So this was kind of like a memory brought me back. So we actually literally made the dough by hand. And so there I am kneading the dough and mixing it actually. So it was a combination of flour, sugar, oil or Crisco. It also included flour and water, yeast. And so anyway, that's kind of the basic ingredients. I did notice though, in some of the traditional Armenian yeast rolls or gata, that one of the ingredients is sour cream, and we didn't put that in ours. So it'll be interesting to play with different variations of the recipe. So after it was all done mixing, we divided it into two, and we put it into 2 bowls, and we laid a very special cloth. I think this was a cloth. I might get this story wrong, but I know it means a lot to Denise's mom. I know if Denise's mom made this towel specifically for Denise, this is kind of the Armenian yeast roll towel. And it may have actually, I'll try to get the story today, it may have actually been given by the woman who taught Anita how to make Armenian yeast rolls. So once it goes in there, then you let it double in size. And here's Taylor. She came over to help Denise make them yesterday. And oh boy, did it double in size. I'm sure glad we didn't put it in one bowl. We would have had it all, overflowing. But it definitely doubled in size. And then, the kids went to work. So here's Denise and little Scarlett kind of rolling out one of the portions of the Armenian yeast rolls and kind of getting it in a log form and kind of get it a little bit square, a little bit rectangle. And then Taylor went to work and she started putting the filling in. And I think in the Armenian yeast rolls that we made, it was simply sugar, cinnamon, butter. And I did notice that some of the traditional Armenian gata rolls or the Armenian breads also included a mixture of flour and butter, which kind of made it a little bit of crumbly, and again, sour cream and some things like that. So lots of probably different versions depending on your family traditions and where they came from. But anyway, Taylor and little Levi were putting the ingredients together. Then they were rolled into a log, and then using a vegetable slicer, a serrated vegetable slicer, was actually cut and then they were put on trays and baked. So if you are with me and you're starting to get a little hungry, oh, so I know who's with me. We've got Denise with me. So she's plumb tuckered out. That was a lot of work yesterday, as you're going to see here in a second. But yeah, sweetheart, I love helping you in the kitchen. Remember, you told me on a previous Facebook Live that was sexy. So I was trying to be sexy yesterday by helping you in the kitchen. So anyway, so let's get back to the Armenian yeast rolls. This is a picture of Denise with at least there's four trays, one's heaping. So that's probably 5 or 6 trays of our Armenian yeast rolls. And let's see, the kids liked it. All right, so there's Scarlett giving a thumbs up. She loved it. Levi loves it. Yeah, he took one and ran into the living room, so he's enjoying the Armenian yeast rolls. And okay, so I know I'm going to make you hungry. So these are the Armenian yeast rolls coming out of the oven. Love it. So as I was sharing with you yesterday, I'm sure all of the Iranian Persians that make gata or the Armenian yeast rolls on a regular basis are going to really get mad at me. So if you're Armenian, turn the volume down. It's really just kind of a really cool cinnamon roll. It's turned on its side rather than the other direction that us Americans do cinnamon rolls. So, okay, now the Armenians are back. Okay, this is the Armenian yeast roll. So I covered myself there. And you can tell, man, they are delicious. We had one batch at the very end that was actually, Denise accidentally turned the oven off. And so the temperature went way down. And so that batch was like slow baked. And it even turned it out good. So I don't think there's a whole lot you can do to Armenian yeast rolls that would kind of mess it up. You know, what's not to like about butter, cinnamon, sugar, and dough, right? You know, so that's pretty cool. So anyway, if you're joining me live, today is day number 24 of the 30 Days Live with Russ. This is the Thanksgiving edition. And we're coming to you a little bit early today. Normally I do this around 10 o'clock in the morning, but we're coming early this morning because I got some prep to do. And get ready for Thanksgiving, and then we have a couple-hour drive over to the San Francisco Bay Area, and so we're going to have a great time. So anyway, I'm in my office, I'm in my studio, my broadcast studio, right? And I'll wave to you on camera number 2. Hey, this is kind of cool because camera number 2 is actually my iPhone, and with the introduction of Apple's Ventura operating system and an update on my phone, it allows my phone to be a secondary camera. And so it kind of seems like I'm in a studio. And then the other thing that I don't know if I'm going to do it, I don't know if I have it set this way, but this particular continuity camera also has the ability to follow you. If I got up and went somewhere, it would actually kind of follow me as long as it could. So kind of interesting. We're doing 2 cameras this morning, playing with technology. As you know, for those of you that are joining me, I love technology. Okay, so let's get back. So as soon as we're done here, I've got to go into the kitchen and start prepping and cooking some vegetables. And so I'm just going to share with you a little bit about kind of what it is. So we're going over to Denise's sister's house, and I think we're responsible to bring a charcuterie board. So we've got that all set, ready to go. Some really great cheeses and salamis and things like that. Some grapes, some almonds. Anyway, so we're all ready to go with that. And then the other thing that we've been asked to bring is dessert. And of course, the Armenian yeast rolls will be the dessert. And then by request, I've also been asked to make the cauliflower mushroom stuffing. Like many families, stuffing is kind of a tradition, typically with breadcrumbs or cornbread crumbs. But this one is with cauliflower and mushrooms in place of that bread. So it is very vegetable oriented, low carbohydrate, really great tasting. And you know what? The reason why it was requested, because it tastes really, really close to traditional stuffing. In fact, I think it's fresher tasting. I don't feel bloated after I'm all done. So these ingredients that are here, so we've got, let's see if I can move things around here. So we've got celery and parsley and cauliflower, mushrooms, green onions, black pepper, and some other spices, sage and rosemary. And so those are kind of the ingredients into the stuffing. Here's a picture of what it looks like while it's being cooked. And I'm actually going to show you a video, and I'm going to turn up the volume. Can you hear that sizzling? Oh, that is just so good. And so anyway, I've got to cut up the vegetables, and I've got to get ready to prepare this dish. I think I'm going to prepare it on site, so it's a stovetop stuffing, but it's all made with cauliflower, mushrooms, parsley, celery, sage, pepper, and a little green onion. So really good. And I think I have the recipe for this. So okay, yep, I do. So here's the recipe, and so I've got a little PDF document that you can print out. And, obviously today it might be too late. I don't think the stores are open, but you maybe save it for Christmas or a future holiday, or just make it to be making it. It's really good. And so I've got a PDF document you can print out, add it to the recipes that we've been handing out. And I'm putting on the screen the link, and I'll put this link also in the description of this live so that you can click on the link and go to the recipe, download it, and print it. You can just simply go to rebrand.ly/stuffing and pull down this recipe. So I wanted to make sure you had that. So, all right. Well, again, if you're joining me late, this is the early edition of Russ McCann Live. We've been doing this for 30 days. And if you are watching it in recording, make sure that you give me some love in there. Hit reply or hit comments. Drop in some comments. I read and respond to every single one. If you're still with me live, I'm about ready to wrap up. But if you're with me live, feel free to just drop in a comment. And I just want to say today is all about being thankful, being grateful, and really giving a prayer and appreciation to all of those things that are in your life that you are blessed by. And I think of certainly family, friends, my kids and grandkids. Those are super special. The fact that we live in a country that's relatively safe. We live in a nice home, right? And it's not about that so much as it is the family and friends. But I have to tell you, we're decorated for Christmas. The Christmas presents are under the tree already. We are blessed to be able to do that because you know what? In my life, there were many years where that didn't happen quite the way that we've been able to do it now. And I'm blessed that we are able to do. I thank God every day for the life that we have, Denise and I. And we love having the kids come over. We love going and seeing the kids and family. And that's what today is all about. So take the time to spend in one-on-one conversations with those that you love so much. Don't be so centered around the food. The food can be a little distracting sometimes, maybe not so healthy. And because I'm a health coach, I'm going to advocate that you do everything you can to just eat healthier, make healthier choices, keep the portions a little smaller, don't go back for seconds, drink lots of water. If you're going to eat something and indulge, maybe you take a couple of bites rather than eating the whole pumpkin pie. Right, I can do that. I can eat a whole pumpkin pie. Trust me, I'm only 5'2", but I can really pack it in. And so I just want to say, make sure that you take time to make Thanksgiving exactly what it was designed to do, is to thank God for the harvest, the plentifulness of our lives and the richness of our lives. We are so grateful to have you in our life. I think of every single Facebook friend and every follower that's been, going down this path of optimal health with us for over 15 years. I thank God every day for you, and just to let you know, no matter what's going on in life right now, take the time to be grateful and blessed for where you are. And if you do want more meaning and purpose, and if you do want to make some changes, guess what? You can actually start today, make those changes, become the dominant force. You get to decide the life that you create. And if life has dealt you a joker card in the deck of cards and you're looking for a king or queen, right? Then what you want to do is you want to get good at the skill of playing cards. And so just be really real about what you want your life to look like. Move in that direction. Set some goals. Set some action steps. Find somebody to mentor you or coach you or come alongside you and give you some support, advice. And guess what? You get to make the decisions. Just because somebody gives you advice doesn't mean you have to follow it. But talking to more people about what you want your life to look like and what you're trying to create, the more people you share your vision for your life, I truly believe that more often than not, things begin to happen because you put it out there. Other people go, oh, well, is that what you want? Well, I have a friend that does that, and maybe I can connect the two of you. And so we do mentor people that are focused on health, and we also mentor people that are interested in developing a business as a coach, a health coach. Been very, very powerful for us over the last 15 years. If that's kind of something you're looking for, just reach out to us. And we would love to just kind of come alongside you, share with you what it is we're doing, and if things are a good fit, great. Today is Thanksgiving, and I want to just say thank you for being a part of our 30-day live process. We've got day number 24 in the books, right? And day number 25 is tomorrow, Black Friday. It's the Black Friday edition. And you know what? You're not going to want to miss tomorrow, because I do have an opportunity for you that I'll share tomorrow, and looking forward to that. So you guys go out and have an amazing day with family and friends, and just make the most out of the day that you have today. So, all right, we'll see you tomorrow, day number 24.